And that should be the audio. You guys can hear me now. Yeah, I think I should be audible enough now. Yes. Okay, so welcome back to the stream and we'll discuss something. We'll do the watch along part later. We'll just get on with the questions. We have a lot of questions. Sorry everyone if we missed the question on Instagram. We cannot answer all the DMs. It's a lot of DMs which come in late. So if you want your DMs to be answered, DM us a day before the deadline. Okay, we'll start from. Is Mares going to start? I don't know. Anything with the Pep roulette, I am not sure. I can be sure that Edison is going to start. But apart from that, it's very tough to predict how who's going to start for Pep. I do think that Pep had a very good discussion about how he wanted a lot of more goals, and he said it very explicitly in the press. So I'm expecting Kevin De Bruyne and maybe a strong lineup, maybe Mares as well to start. Will Lamptey play? Yes, Lamptey I think will be good to go. He was back in training, so should be okay too. Sell Kane till Tottenham's tough run ends. I think they'll be performing in the tough run as well. So it depends on the captaincy. See, don't sell Kane because they have a tough run of fixtures. I think that Kane can score in the Liverpool game as well. Sell him if you're not going to captain him, or if you're buying someone like Bruno instead of him for captaincy. Thanks, Ravi. Thanks for the appreciation. Lampton Brewster plus 3.5 in the bank. What to do? I think it's fair enough. You can put the 3.5 in the midfield. DCL hold or sell? I think hold. See, last stream we discussed this as well. There's no reason to sell DCL if he's not blanking. I don't think there is a reason why we should sell him. WordPress or Lookman? I think WordPress. I think Cavallero is someone you want to look out as well for, but I think WordPress is the better one. Small update coming in from West Ham that there are some injuries that have occurred, some knocks, and there will be some players which will be benched. So maybe there's a chance that someone like Benrahma or Bowen gets benched or someone like Kufa. So we do not know any details of who's going to get benched or not. So make sure you have a good setup bench there. Will Welbeck score against Fulham on Sheffield? I can't say that. I actually had the same dilemma to pick between Adams and Welbeck. I've gone with Adams. I think it's more safer pick. Kilman Taylor is a good move. I think yes, Taylor is a good move. Burnley have found their defensive strength now, and then they can go ahead. Take a hit for Dallas to DSS Stone. I would do that. Rashford as a captain is way too differential. I think I would fancy Martial more in this game against Sheffield United and Bruno. I think Pep will not rest Kevin De Bruyne. I think if Kevin De Bruyne should be starting this week. And also the thing with all the City players are, especially with Kevin De Bruyne, if he does not play the game week, he'll not come on as a sub according to me. So you can be very safe around with the captaincy there. Sarah De Bruyne depends completely on her captaincy. Ings or Che Adams. Ings, I think, is the better one. But Che Adams, if you don't have funds at all. Captain Bruno or Kevin De Bruyne. I have put down my three captain picks, guys, and it goes by that order. Salah, Son Fernandez, Grealish, James Ward-Prowse in the midfield. Uh, that's a great midfield. And DCL, Wilson, Bamford up forward. Who should I bench and who should I start? I would bench Wilson in this midfield. Or this team. Maybe James Ward-Prowse because it's Arsenal, but apart from that, I would play everyone else. Grealish keeper sell. I would keep him. At least for the next two, I would keep him. Premium players are Kane, Vardy, Bruno. Do I bring in Salah for any of them next week? There's no need. I think Vardy can leave next week, and then you can bring in Salah or De Bruyne. Kyle Walker-Peters or Dyer starting lineup. It's a tough call. I would play Kyle Walker-Peters solely because I know that there's a chance that Liverpool can sneak a goal against Tottenham. I've got Jesus, De Bruyne, and Walker. Any of them you think won't play? I don't think Walker will start. I think Walker might get benched. Jesus is also 50-50 to me. I think Torres or Aguero will start. Son or Fernandez? Fernandez. Uh, Hey Rahul, should I captain Vardy? As you said, Kevin De Bruyne will be benched. I would captain Kevin De Bruyne and take the chance and put my vice captain on a uh, Vardy or Bruno. I think. Varun says going with your gut for captain or stats. I think I'll be. The stats are very similar. There's barely any difference between the two of them. So I don't think there's much to go with the stats. They mostly on your gut feeling at the end of the day. Guys, hit the like button. With 79 people watching and just 18 likes. Guys, hit the like button if you're liking the stream. Bench DCL and get Suchek in. I won't do that. I would play DCL. I think Ricardo Pereira is still away. Soyuncu would be playing this game week. We won't seeing Castani as well. I think that's fair enough to play DCL in this game week. There's no James Rodriguez as well. Captain Kevin De Bruyne or Fernandez 50-50 again. Bowen or WordPress, I think I would slightly prefer Bowen because Bowen is more like an open play player, which WordPress is more like set pieces game. He'll score most probably through set pieces. Uh, if I had to bench someone, I would bench WordPress. Is Pulisic fit to start? Yes, he was fit last week as well, but it depends on the manager now. Uh, Grealish captain is way too differential, but I think it's worth a chance. I think he might be also on penalties, but Burnley as a defensive side have found their form. So it's not going to be an easy game for Aston Villa, especially with Barkley missing out. It's going to be a late call on Barkley. Zaha or Bowen, I would go Zaha. I think Zaha is in the form of his life, and I do not prefer Zaha as a FPL asset, but this season he's been very phenomenal, and I think it's worth putting your money on him. Confused with Kevin De Bruyne or Bruno? Could you say with stats? I think on stats, slightly Kevin De Bruyne is ahead on stats. When you look at attacking stats between Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno, when you look at defensive stats between West Brom and Sheffield, Sheffield are poorer than West Brom. So it both ways it's equal. So it primarily depends on who want you captain or go with your money league thing. Uh, Let me tell you, if it captain Bruno, it's much more safer because effectively still the effective ownership of De Bruyne is going to be less than 100%. And if you want to chase rank or go differential, go with De Bruyne. Fernandez was signed for captaincy, yes. My entire defense consists of 4.5 defenders. Salah, Bruno, Kevin De Bruyne, Grealish, Kane, Bamford, and DCL. So I stick with my plan to not invest defense. I think defense has been returning a lot of points. Majority of my points are coming through defense, so it's not a bad idea to invest in the 5 million bracket defenders, especially Cresswell, James, Dyer. I think they're worth investing. Lamptey or Dallas who to start. I think Dallas has a higher chance of keeping a clean sheet against Newcastle. I don't expect Fulham to again go really slow. I think Fulham can score against Brighton. If you want an assist or attacking return, then I would play Lamptey. Raghav, every player in the midweek game has a tendency of getting benched. So there's no one who's going to start for sure apart from the defenders. Even the defenders I have, James and DS, both are rotation prone. So you can't guarantee someone who's going to start 100%. If you want a 100% guarantee, I think players like DCL, Grealish, Bamford are the ones who are going to start for sure. Kyle Walker-Peters or Dyer in the starting lineup. Kyle Walker-Peters, as I said, Dyer can concede a goal. Is Obangna a good differential? I wouldn't go there. I don't really have a lot of faith left in the West Ham defense. Justin or Konsa home to take? I think Justin is going to perform still for a couple of more weeks, so I can go with Justin. Especially for a couple of weeks, I'm saying that because there'll be approximately 5 game weeks till anyone of Ricardo, both of Ricardo and Castagna are back. So I think Justin is a safe bet. Stones, DS, Cancelo. In priority order, I would pick in DS because I think he's most nailed on in the city defense. Then Cancelo and then Stones. Martinez, McCarthy, James, Kyle Walker, Justin Reguilon, Neco Williams, Grealish, Zaha, Neto, Son, Kevin De Bruyne, Kane, Ings, Bamford. Who should I bench and start captain pick? I think captain pick is pretty much Kevin De Bruyne in there. And bench Neco Williams, start James, Justin, Kyle Walker Peters. And the rest is fine. Neto is also going to the bench. Martinez, Ryan, who to play? I would play Martinez. I don't really trust the Brighton defense, to be very honest. Mahrez for Yota, I would do that definitely. Mahrez is a great, incredible record against West Brom. So if he starts, I fancy him to score against West Brom, at least a goal against West Brom. I have Lookman, Grealish, Son, Kevin De Bruyne midfield. Whom to upgrade from whom? I have 4 million. I would upgrade Lookman for sure. For at least Zaha. Try getting Zaha or Mahrez. Leno, DS, Lindelof, Chilwell, Bruno, Son, Grealish, Salah, March, DCL, Vardy. I would change the keeper for sure, Saurabh. I would get in a 4.5 defender, either McCarthy or Martinez or Mendy at the very least. And the rest looks fine. I think you can still invest, downgrade Vardy and invest in your midfield if you want. Ruben Diaz start. I think he can. Bruno for triple captain. Wouldn't go there. Guys, triple captain, use it in the double game week or at the end of the season where there are goals flowing just for fun. Don't use it now. There's no real hurry or need to use a triple captain now. Walker, Lamptey, who should I play? Play Walker. Everyone who has a City defender, be it Walker, Cancel, or Ruben Diaz, just play them. If they don't play, I don't see them coming on as a sub. There's a very low chance. I mean, due to an injury or very serious problem. So I would take the chance on playing my City defender and keeping my other defender on my bench. Suchak or Bowen, DS is better and Bowen is better. Uh, who should I order? I don't know. Should we triple captain this week? No. Pin Joda replacement. Varun, I think you can still pin the Joda replacement, or maybe you can put the comment and I can pin that comment. Yeah, you can put the comment and I'll pin it. Guys, hit the like button. 90 people watching. Come on, guys. Bowen or Grealish? I would go with Grealish. Pick Fernand Torres as a punt for this game week. I would take my chance on Fernand Torres this week. Triple captain, don't do it. Should I transfer Trossard out for Grealish? Yes, definitely. Transfer Zuma out for DS, considering City's fixture is a good move. Yes, I think it's a good move. But Zuma is nailed on. DS might get rotated, and you might be in shock this week as well. But overall, I think DS is performing way too better than the Chelsea fans. Play Taylor or Kufal in the starting lineup. I would play Kufal as I think Taylor against Aston Villa is a tricky fixture at the moment. Suchek or WordPress? WordPress. Who should I buy for defense 5.5? You can buy Matip next week. You can buy Dyer or go for Reece James. My transfers. Thanks for asking that question, Singh Sani. My transfers are Vardy out, Fornells out. After all of that frustration on the watch along, and I brought in Bruno Fernandes and Adams for a minus for it. I took Zaha and Klitsch for Jotun and Foden. Definitely, that's a good move. Shall I start Walker Peters or Jamal Lewis? I would start Walker Peters. Fabianski or Meslier? Meslier. Whom should I captain? Vardy, Salah, Grealish, Son, or WordPress? I would fancy Vardy or Salah in that fixture. Salah is always a good captaincy option at home. Never underestimate Salah at home. Bro Walker or Vardy captain? Vardy. Stones at 4.8 is a good shot. Yes, he's a good shot, but he's not going to start all game weeks. So he can uh, probably start alternate game weeks, and then you want to uh, get those clean sheet alternate game weeks. Varun, add Bowen and WordPress to the Yota replacements as well. I think those are good, equally good replacement options. Uh, who to start, Pope or Martinez? That's a tough call. I would start Martinez all day because I have him. Should I sell Chilwell and buy Reece James? I would do that, but Reece James this week is a rotation risk. If you're still okay with it, do it next week. But keep Chilwell this week because I know Chilwell is going to start this. Bench Bamford and play Suchek. I won't do that. Play Bamford, bench Suchek. City Torres differential, yes. Every differential from City is a high risk, high reward situation this week. Uh, should we triple captain? No. Justin or Konsa? Justin. Uh, should I start Target versus Burnley or Kyle Walker Peters or Arsenal? If you have Emi Martinez, I would go with Kyle Walker Peters. Don't double up on one defense. Mares for Yota is a good long term pick, not a differential this week. Should I start Robertson or Ailing? I would start Robertson. Never bench your premium asset because premium assets are players who can return in any game week. Robertson on his day can easily score a goal and assist. So don't bench him at all. Who is the best replacement for Warner under 10 million for just these two game weeks? That's a tough call because I think Ings is good replacement this week and the next one. I would go Ings if I want to go Warner to someone else. Should I captain Kyle Walker or Vardy? Vardy. Zuma or Chilwell? Zuma because that saves you money. Tierney, Diaz, Fuchs, James, Grealish. That's a odd lineup at the back. Fuchs wouldn't be starting long. I would also sell Tierney. Sorry, I lost that team. Yes, Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Bowen, Son, DCL, Bamford, 1.7 in the bank. Yes, make changes on your defense. Remove Tierney, get someone else, maybe a Matip next week or Dyer. Bamford or Wilson? I would pick Bamford. McCarthy, Walker, Chilwell, Thiago Silva, uh, WordPress, Kevin De Bruyne, Mares, Bruno, DCL, Vardy, Bamford. I would captain Bruno or Kevin De Bruyne. It's really 50-50. If you think that City will attack much more and Kevin De Bruyne will play and you're willing to take, for everyone who's going to captain Kevin De Bruyne, make sure you're willing to take that chance on Kevin De Bruyne that he might get benched. And there's a slight chance. There's a 5% chance that he comes on as a sub. And then you end up with 2 points or maximum 6 or 8 points. If you're okay with that risk, go with Kevin De Bruyne. Others go Bruno. Who to captain Kevin De Bruyne, Sana, Son, Zaha, Neto, Werner? I think Kevin De Bruyne is a standout. Should I transfer out Chilwell and buy James or should I go with Justin? Just stick with Chilwell this week, I think. Bamford or Bowen? I would go with Bamford still. Greenwood, do you think he'll start? Yes or no? I think he started for the last two, and I think if Cavani is not match fit, he'll start again this week. And I fancy him as a good pick. If Cavani is getting benched, I would prefer him starting over any other United asset at the moment. It could be a good Yota replacement, but it's again rotation prone. Spurs against Fulham in Game Week 16. How do you bring Son and Kane both in that time? You probably have to downgrade Salah, De Bruyne, Bruno. I think my plan to bring in Son is very easy. I can go Robertson down to Matip or Dyer and upgrade Grealish to Son anytime. The other way is I either downgrade either of Salah, Bruno, Fernandes, and upgrade Adams to Kane. So you will have to downgrade one of your premium to bring them in. Is it time to transfer Werner out? Yes, definitely. McCarthy, Walker, Peters, Westergaard, Justin Grealish, Salah, Bruno, Zaha. Uh, Drew, that's a triple Southampton. It's been good, but I don't really see. Arsenal can go for the win this week because they are in desperate need of points. Vardy or Walker captain, I've already answered that, Abhishek. Stop spamming. Will DS start and how is Mings an option? Mings is a decent option if you don't have Martinez. If you have Martinez, don't go for Mings. And I think DS has a chance to start. It could be either Stones or DS, so it's going to be a tricky thing. Mares for Yota is a good differential. Play Cresswell or Lamptey. That's a tough call. I'll have to see again. West Ham versus Crystal. Crystal will score. I would actually play Lamptey for the attacking return. Crystal have that potent attack this season, and they can score against any side. Is Mares a good option to keep if not to replace it with the big hitters? Otherwise, get Grealish or Zaha. I would not keep Mares long term. Mares or Torres in for ZH? Mares. Vardy really a must buy at the moment. There's no must buy at the moment. It depends on which premium asset do you want to fund. I had Vardy. I know he has a very high chance to score against Everton. So if you already have Kevin De Bruyne and Fernandes and own Vardy, I wouldn't sell Vardy for Salah this week because I think Vardy has a chance to score. But unfortunately, I want Bruno in my team and I had to sell him. Bamford or Wilson? Bamford. Torres captain differential. I wouldn't do that. Too risky. Mares for Yota, yes. And you saw for Bissouma, yes, I could do that. Probably fund someone else, maybe a Luxman if you can, or a Suchak if you have the funds. Captain Bowen, don't do that. Dion, shout out to you. Benrama started last week, and I think he's a decent FPL asset once he gets in form. But at the moment, I would avoid him. Maybe around the double game week period, we can look at Benrama as an option. He's 6 million at the moment. Justin or Kyle Walker? I would start Justin. Leeds high pressing game will be tired congested period. Yes, and they will get the next week. I think Bruno will be a standout captaincy option for me as well. If Bruno does not get benched this week, there's will be slight rotation risk. It's going to be a derby as well, but I think Leeds will eventually lose out on the petrol they have. Of they can't keep running a lot of kilometers each game because there's going to be a lot of fixture congestion coming up. Torres and Bilbao to deliver. I can't really say that. With the City lineup, nobody can say if there's going to be someone starting or not. You have to take your pick and take your chance. Robertson or Trent for the rest of the season. If I had to pick Robertson, is Saiz expected to play against Villa? No, can't say that. Villa game happened last time, and there was no expectation of Saiz to come back. So there's going to be a lot of. I think they have not settled with the defense. That is the why. That is the reason they're rotating a lot at with the back at the four thing, and it's going to take them time because defensively they've not found their mojo. And now that Moutinho is out, they might have to switch formations this week. Ailing or Justin? That's a tough one. I would prefer Ailing because there's a clean sheet chance there. Neto keeper sell. I don't think there's a need to sell him. Greenwood starting or no? I would fancy. I haven't got the update for Cavani because the press conference for Sheffield United and United is after the deadline. There's no update of any injuries from United or Sheffield United, so we can't say with the captaincy as well. So Bruno is a slight risk with captaincy, but I think Greenwood will start if Cavani is slightly injured at all. Bernard out, definitely I would, even if he scores this week, I wouldn't keep him. I would take him out for rings. Yes, again, 1% dislike the stream, Chaitanya, and we have that one hater again. Striker for 6 million, I think Adams and Welbeck are two options I would go to. If you don't have Grealish, go to Watkins. And someone who listened about the hater thing, dislike the stream again. Captain Sterling, don't do that. High rotation risk, I wouldn't go with Sterling this week. If you have him, keep him. I wouldn't captain him this week. Will Kevin De Bruyne be benched? There's a chance. I can't deny that. Yes, there's a chance, but I will still take my chance on captaincy if I had him. Regularly or Zuma, I would play Zuma. Martinez, McCarthy, Martinez, Vice Captain Vardy, or Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. Should I replace Son or keep him? If you're not captaining Kevin De Bruyne, I would actually vice captain someone else because there's a chance that if he doesn't play, and even if Bruno doesn't play, then your vice captain is wasted. What happens when both captains and vice captain does not play? Santosh, I already answered that question. I think if both of them don't play, you get 0 points for it. Sure, Bruno will start. No, Tuhin can't confirm it because there's no press conference of United till now. It's going to happen after the deadline. McCarthy or Mendy? Mendy. Regularly on Chilwell, Dallas, DS, Grealish, Sun, Salah, Bowen, Vardy, DCL, Bamford. 2 point in the bank. You don't really need any changes. Maybe get Sun to Kevin De Bruyne this weekend, captain or Bruno. Make the Sun to Bruno or Kevin De Bruyne for captaincy. Make that move, I think. Regular or Zuma. Zuma. Is it time to have either Sun or Kane or none of Sun or Kane? We discussed this on the watch along, and owning one of them is going to still result in a red arrow. So eventually, if you want a green arrow, essentially you need both of them. In your mini leagues, owning one of them is fine. And looking to get them back in Game Week 16 is the ideal time. I think you can get them back against Leicester, but I think Game Week 16 is the perfect time to get them. Would Who do you take out for Bruno? I think Vardy and Fornells. Pretty much frustrated with Fornells last week. Start Dallas or Kuford? Dallas. Both playing Eiling this week. Yes, there's a chance of a clean sheet, but I think Leeds are running low on that fuel and they're very tired. So I would take that chance this week against the Newcastle side, but not next week. Martinez, Chilwell, Zuma, Kaloko, Peter, Grealish, Saha, Bowen, Bruno, TCL, Bamford. It's a good lineup. I wouldn't change anything. Yota to Zaha for -4. Yes, I would do that. Zaha is a long-term pick, and despite of his fixture, he's playing very good. So it's more of a form player than fixtures. Thoughts on Easy? He's a good pick, and he's the guy like Barkley at Villa. He's doing the exact same role. So wouldn't get a lot of points, assist or goal opportunities or points there. He's good to watch and he's good on tactical things, but he's not going to give you FPL points. Sudhanshu, who are you captaining? That's the entire debate that I'm having entire time when I'm doing the stream, and I really don't know. It's a very tough call because I want to captain Bruno, but then I don't have the press conference yet with me, the information yet with me. So we'll have to take a late call. Really, honestly, it's going to be between Bruno and De Bruyne. I'm not looking Salah for captaincy for sure, but I am slightly leaning towards Bruno at the moment. Justin for Kyle Walker Peters would do it. Your deadline stream is the only thing I need for my FPL transfers. Thanks, Vicky. Justin or Lamptey? I will still take my chance of Justin because Justin is also attacking. I hope that Rogers plays Justin again in the wingback role. So there's a high chance of clean sheet and an attacking return. Will Wilson score against Leeds United? I can't really predict that because can't really confirm because I don't really trust the Newcastle attack. Captain Son, if you don't have any other players on my list. Justin or Zuma? Zuma. 7 million replacement for Yota. You can go for Madison if you don't have someone, or Bowen or WordPress. I would go with. Madison is your call. I wouldn't suggest Madison, but the rest I could. Suchek is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Play Westergaard or Walker Peters. Walker Peters. Um, Arsenal are defensively decent. They don't concede a lot of headers. Maybe Walker Peters can put in a cross for Ings. Hence the thought behind it. It's a 50-50 call. You never know if Westergaard heads in a goal, but predominantly Arsenal do not concede a lot of goals through set piece. Should I upgrade DCL to Ings in the future? Yes, you can. I would upgrade DCL, but I won't downgrade DCL at all. Any news on De Bruyne and Bruno starting? Can De Bruyne and Bruno starting now? DCL or Ings? 50-50 call. If I had DCL, I wouldn't make the transfer. I would actually get Adams as my third striker. Bowen or Foden? Bowen. Lamptey or Taylor to start? I would go Lamptey for the attacking return for the upside chase. Will Werner score today? We'll see that. Let's see. Hi, bro. Top three differential picks for this week. We'll take a look at the fixtures and we'll look at the top three differential. I think Tammy Abraham is one differential that comes to my mind straight as I look Wolves and Chelsea. Uh, in the Man City game, if Mahrez starts, he's a great differential, but it depends on if he's starting or not. Apart from that, maybe the Brighton guy Welbeck. I have a slight feeling and thing about him that he can score against Fulham if he starts. Apart from that, I don't have any other specific. Even Marshall against Sheffield United or Rashford, but can't be really sure about them. I think those four probably will be my differential picks. Neto keep or sell. Keep. There's no need. If you're upgrading him too much to Grealish or Zaha, yes, upgrade him. Otherwise, keep. Play Consas is Burnley or Robbo versus Tottenham. Always play your expensive player. What is effective ownership? Tuhin will discuss that in the watch along or next week because we have to pick up a lot of questions. It's a complex topic to discuss upon. Is Mares playing? Can't say that. If Kevin De Bruyne gets benched, do you fancy him getting on subbed on? I don't fancy him getting subbed on because in any of the previous matches he's not been subbed on. So I think if he doesn't play, he'll not get subbed on unless there's an injury or if City are losing. And if City are losing, then God help us. Who should I captain? Kane, Salah, Son, DCL, Bamford, Grealish. I would go Grealish for differential or probably Salah. I think Salah at home is always a safe pick. Should I bench DCL and put in Bowen? Tough call. I would still play DCL because of his form. He's scoring in almost every game or giving an assist. So I would take that chance. Also, that the fact that DCL's ownership is still very high. So if he scores and if he's on your bench, you drop in rank very quick. Watch along for Chelsea and versus Wolves today. We'll discuss the watch along. We'll do one of the watch alongs. So let's see. Yota to Zaha, I would do it for the form. Bruno or Cam De Bruyne, cap 50-50, honestly. Go with Bruno if you don't want to take the risk on De Bruyne. Because De Bruyne, yes, is the most risky captain pick at the moment. Lante, Justin, Target, who to bench? That's a tough call. I would bench Lante and play Justin and Target. Or if you have Martinez, bench Target. Justin between Lante and Justin. Make any transfer or have two transfers next week. Your team looks good, Saurav. You don't have to make a transfer this week. Probably save it for next week. Even if Vardy performs in coming week, should I get him out for Kane? Also, I own Sun too. You can get him out for Kane this week as well because you have the Sun cover in your team, so it's good for your. It's decent for your overall mini league stuff. But at Gaming 16, I would still prefer Kane over Vardy from Gaming 16. Varun has something to say. Guys, all the suggestions given by FPL Tips is what he would do if he was in your place. And don't blame if he does not pay off. Yes, definitely. And I do try to give it my best and give most logical reasoning behind it. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Will Grace perform well better even if being fined? I think, yeah, he was suspended for 9 months and he's banned for driving. But that shouldn't affect his like on-field performance, and it's fine. And I think I posted DCL Grealish will be on penalties, and I think he will be on penalties this week if there is a penalty. DCL or Bamford? DCL, I think better at form. Replacements for Lamptey, Grealish, and Pulisic each. I would replace Lamptey to Dyer because it's a very sweet, easy switch, or maybe to downgrade to Taylor. Grealish, I would hold. Pulisic, upgrade to someone like Son. Bowen Suchek Cavaliero replacement for Jota. Cavaliero passes the eye test. Yes, if you want to go differential, I think Bowen is safe, but I would take the risk on Cavaliero. He does pass the eye test, and Fulham have a tricky run of fixtures, but I will still take the chance because they're playing, giving everything on the pitch. I hope Mitrovic is in the squad this week, and I hope he does not start. I think the formation, counter-attack formation, and the gameplay Fulham are showing is perfectly fine at the moment. Planted to Stones, planted to Benrick, or roll the transfer. Stones maybe, but there's a chance that he gets benched. If you're okay with the chance, go for Stones. I have both Zuma, Chilwell, whom to play. Chilwell, I think there's a higher chance of a goal assist there. Other defense, Kyle Walker, Robertson, and Dallas. Play Robertson for sure. Cap Kevin De Bruyne, vice captain Salah, yeah, do it. I removed Vardy for Bruno and Rodrigo. I had to go remove Jota. That's why, yes, for perfectly fine move. Is Vardy the safest captain if Bruno and Kevin De Bruyne have rotation risk? No, I will still put my money on Bruno or Kevin De Bruyne. I think they're still the better captaincy options. Maybe vice captain Vardy if you have him, but I would still captain either of them. If take Jota out for someone in the 9.6 range, go for Son without a doubt. I think he's performing better than Kane at the moment. Kane looks really sharp, but I think I would still pick Son. Pulisic or Mahrez for the upcoming game week. Pulisic, I think he's more nailed on to start and play more minutes. Cap Kevin De Bruyne and vice captain Bruno or Kane. I would cap vice captain Bruno, I think, unless you want to play safe Kane. But then I don't see Kane scoring against Liverpool. There's a tough chance against Liverpool. Let's see. Suchek, Bowen or Foden for Yota. Bowen. I would pick Bowen. How long will be Antonio out? I think he was back in training or at the field at least last week, so he should be back by next week. If he's back this week, then good. Otherwise, he should be back in the next 2 weeks. Should I captain Torres as a differential and make Bruno vice captain? That's too risky. The thing is that I would have suggested this if Torres did not come on as a sub last week. Now that he's come on as a sub, that you know that Torres can come on as a sub for Jesus, Aguero, or Mahrez. So that's a very if He plays then well and good, but I won't. If he comes on his, it ruins your captaincy. I think the only player that could score for Arsenal now is Aubameyang, maybe or maybe for Southampton too. Cresswell or Reece James, Dyer or just James Justin. Dyer for Cresswell, and I would pick Reece James. Dyer and Reece James, I think. Do you think Dan from Palace will play this week? Can't really say for sure. I wouldn't go. I can go Klein from Palace or Van not. I wouldn't go there for defense actually at the moment. What are the differential captains? I think Grealish, Ings are two differential captains that people are not looking at. Thanks for your stream. Thanks, Zieg. Bruno or Kevin De Bruyne for captaincy. I guess Aguero will play, so no penalties for Kevin De Bruyne. Even if Aguero plays, I think Kevin De Bruyne will take the penalty. So depends on you. I, if you're good taking risk, Kevin De Bruyne. Let me know in the chat which watch along should we do today. I am planning to do a watch along today. Mahrez or Pulisic for this week. I think Pulisic because there's a high chance he plays. If you want to fancy Mahrez, it's an equally 50-50 chance. If you want to go by fixture, go by Mahrez. Kane versus Son from 16 onwards. I think I would fancy Son because of his price and playing position. What taking a punt on Man City differentials before playing wildcard in Game Week 16? Yes, I think it's if you have your wildcard, definitely take the punt. Foden a good punt. I think between Foden and Kevin De Bruyne, if Kevin De Bruyne starts, I don't really fancy Foden to start. Grealish in Wilson bench, I would do that. Will Riyad Mahrez play? Can't say that. Matt Ryan or Loris. Martinez or McCarthy, Martinez, Cresswell or Walker Peters in playing 11. Tough call, I would play Cresswell because there's more of set piece threat. Thoughts on Mason Mount as an FPL asset differential? I think he's been good on the field, but as an asset, he hasn't been that great. I mean, you don't see him giving a lot of assists or taking shots. So I wouldn't trust him as an asset, but as a player, he's doing great. Will Pulisic start? Can't confirm. He's in the squad for sure. He was fit last week as well. Now depends on Lampard and what he wants to do. I have captain Riyad Mahrez is perfectly fine. If he starts, he's a very great differential. If he starts, I expect him to score. Straight of Salah out for Fernandez just for one game week. Yeah, fair enough if you want to captain him. Doubling up on the City defense, good idea. I have Cancelo in my team. Yes, Cancelo and DS is a good idea because either of them should be playing. DS and Stones. So fair enough because Garcia is injured. I don't see Ake starting very often in the Premier League. January fixtures just announced, so we probably will get the entire schedule for double game week tonight. Let's see, we'll post it on the story or make a post on Instagram. So if you haven't followed us on Instagram, follow us on FPA tips underscore underscore. Best lineup: Kyle Walker, Justin Dallas, WordPress, Bamford, Vardy, DCL, Dyer, Rafina, Samedo. I would bench Samedo, play Kyle Walker, Justin Dallas, WordPress, Ken De Bruyne, Grealish, Son, Vardy, Bamford, and DCL. I've captain Riyad Mahrez answered it. Man United morale is down. Kevin De Bruyne preferable captain. Man United morale is not done. I think the draw against City is something United will take as an upside rather than a down. So it's fair enough that they can. And historically also they've been good against Sheffield United. Cresswell or Walker Peters? Cresswell. I think I've answered that. When should I drop DCL? Only if you're upgrading DCL. Otherwise, I don't see DCL as a drop. Unless and until he starts blanking, then you can probably switch him out. But till the time he's providing you every week 5 or 6 or 8 points, I don't see a need of him to get out of our teams. Raghav already answered that even if Aguero plays, Ken De Bruyne will take penalties. Will Cancelo start? I fancy Cancelo to start over Walker because the Southampton game will be much more tough. So I expect Walker to play in that tough game where they need to run more. Uh, Fixtures are out, yes. A lot of saying Chelsea Wolves. So yes, we'll do the watch along. Werner doing for a hit. Don't do it for a hit, Gavin. Play Werner. Don't do it for a hit. Who should be keeper, Pope or McCarthy? Feeling Arsenal might bounce back, then put Pope as your keeper. If you think that Pope is also doing great keeping and he's giving a lot of save points as well, and did get bonus as well, so fair enough. I have Kane and Son. Who should I replace? Any of them? Depends on who you want. You can go Kane to Vardy if you want, or go for Bruno, Kevin De Bruyne, and midfield and captain them. Okay, so I think we have a decision for the watch along at least. Zaha or Grealish? Zaha, not for captaincy, Grealish for sure. Jota and Werner out for Zaha and Ings and DCL, or hold Werner and transfer Jota for Salah and Salah to Kevin De Bruyne and someone. I would do the Kevin De Bruyne and someone this week. Depends on the budget, but I would do that move for captaincy. Would you captain Grealish? Even if I had no one, I would probably captain Vardy or someone like Salah over Grealish. I think it's too differential, and I don't like to captain differentials a lot because if that goes fail, your entire game week is going down. Because even if your captain scores and the entire team scores 2 points, your game week can be saved. Reece James starting no news, and we won't get any news, unfortunately. If the deadline was 1 hour before the kickoff, we would have news, but no news, unfortunately. Uh, Cresswell, Kyle Walker, Peter, Diaz, Zuma, Webster, three picks. I would pick in Zuma, Diaz, and maybe Cresswell over Kyle Walker, Peters. I have Chilwell, Robertson, Dyer, and Lamptey with state to play. Chilwell, Robertson, and Lamptey. I think I would bench Dyer. Suchek or Grealish, Zaha, Grealish, Bruno, Sun, Salah, DCL, Bamford, Bruno for the Martinez or McCarthy, Martinez. Should I transfer Cresswell to Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka? I think if you want, you can go Lindelof. He's cheaper than both of them, and Maguire is providing some goal threat through headers and set pieces. But I wouldn't bring him in. He's expensive, and there are better options than the United defender. If you want a United defender, maybe Lindelof. What about Kilman? I don't see him starting anytime soon. If they go back to, if they switch formation tonight, maybe. But then he's not a long-term pick anymore. Maybe switch to Taylor. Vice captain, Sun Grealish, Bamford, Vardy for vice captain. Grealish is also a decent vice captain in my opinion. Lamptey update he trained. Should I remove Sun for Zaha to create funds for Vardy replacing DCL? I wouldn't do that. Uh, I don't think there is no need to replace DCL to Vardy and remove Sun for that. Can we trust Brighton defense versus Fulham? I don't think so. I would play Lamptey for the attacking return, not for the clean sheet. Should I go for Sun to Zaha and have Bruno, Kevin De Bruyne, and Grealish? I don't think there's a need if you have Bruno and Kevin De Bruyne to remove Sun. Martinez and Meslier, who should I bench? 50-50 call between the two. James Ward-Prowse or Bowen just this week? Tough call because we have some news that Bowen there might be some injury with the West Ham team, but we don't know who. Maybe take a chance on James Ward-Prowse, but I don't see any upside chasing that. For just 1 week, take the Fulham attacker Cavaliero. Maybe he gives you some points. Fancy that pick as well if it's just for 1 week. Have Harrison, Matip, and two free transfer suggestions. Matip maybe bench if you can and play some other defenders. Harrison to anyone, Bowen, Suchek, or even word process. Fine. I'm going a triple city, Ford and De Bruyne and cancel. Hope this works. Hopefully it does. McCarthy out for Martinez. I wouldn't for Martinez. There's no need if you getting a don't waste your transfer keeper, especially now that you're getting a wild card in 4 game weeks. Bench out a Dyer, Summit or Rafina. I would bench a Dyer, Rafina and Summit in that order. Grealish captain heard he will be on penalty. Fair enough if you don't have better options. Chilwell's Fofana, Samedo, Westergaard, white back three. Chilwell, Fofana, and Westergaard. Wilson or Bamford? Bamford. Captain and vice captain from Bruno, Kevin De Bruyne, Sunward. It's 50-50. I would captain and vice captain between Bruno and Kevin De Bruyne. Lookman, good shout for Harrison. Need an upgrade. If Cavaliero, a better shout, I think. Is it necessary to make transfer this week? It depends on your team, but there's no compulsion to make a transfer. Drop Chilwell and Vardy to accommodate Kevin De Bruyne and bring in Ings for next week. I would do that. Cancelo, Walker Peters played 90. Who do you think will play between the two? I think Walker also played 90 before that. So there's a chance that Cancelo plays and Mendy starts. Top three vice captain options for game week 13. I would, out of the three top picks, if you are not, whoever you have other than your captain, just vice captain them. So Havertz to WordPress and Kilman to Dyer. I think it's a good decision even if it's impulsive. Cap Sterling, hope he starts, but I don't think he will. Double game week has been announced and we are on stream. Do you watch all PL matches? No, we don't watch all PL matches. Bench DCL or Wilson? I would bench Wilson. Barnes is a mount. I think if Barnes plays, he's a better pick, but Barnes is not starting. I would pick Mount or maybe Madison E7, I think. Bruno or Vardy for captain? Bruno. Should I drop Grealish ahead of their top three fixtures instead take Vardy or Ings? I wouldn't drop Grealish. I think they have a decent on next three fixtures. And Antonio replacement, go for Adams or Bamford. Martinez or Meslier. Vedant, it's completely 50-50 between the two. And there's nothing, both of them can keep a clean sheet. I would take fancy Martinez for the save points. If there's a two ways the game can go where I think Liverpool will be chasing the game and can score. Yes, there's a chance that Dyer can keep a clean sheet, but I think there's a higher chance that Liverpool scores at home. So maybe there's not a clean sheet for Tottenham. Uh, I would fancy Cavaliero, Mr. Guna between James Ward-Prowse and Bowen for only this week. I would take the chance for the Fulham Brighton game, or maybe Gross as well from Brighton. I would pick Gross as well for 1 week. Vardy captain differential? Yes, it's a good differential captain. Do you see Madison starting regularly? Yes, I think he will start. Unless there's an injury, he should. Chelsea fixture prediction. Do you want the We can do the fixture predictions if there are no more questions. Or even better, we do the watch along for Chelsea and Wolves and then do the fixture prediction. Any news when Antonio will be back next week? I think should be in the next 2 weeks. I don't have both Bruno and Kevin De Bruyne. Vardy, Grealish, Bamford. I have either Grealish or Vardy. Gross from Brighton. Yes, Thianeston, that's what I meant. Watkins or Bamford? Watkins is better when you look at stats, but Bamford is more consistent. If Vardy doesn't perform today, I'm removing him. You should definitely. Martinez and McCarthy, Justin and Lamptey. Justin and Martinez. Chilwell, Walker Peter, and Konsa if you don't have Martinez or Lamptey. Okay, the double game week teams are Leeds, West Ham, United, Chelsea, Liverpool, West Brom, Fulham, Leicester, Burnley, and Southampton says to win. There's no City surprisingly there. Should I drop Bruno after Sheffield game or for De Bruyne or Salah Mane? I would keep Bruno for the Leeds game as well. I think Leeds is a very big rivalry, Leeds and United, so there's going to be a good enticing game there. Nope, no City and no Villa. So we can expect a double game before City and Villa in game week 17 or 18. That's interesting. I will take a look at it and we'll post. Don't worry. Shall we? What shall be the Werner role according to you in this game? I think he should play on center, or on. I think he should play center, Pulisic on the left, Mount on the right. We're doing the watch along for Wolves versus Chelsea. I think so. We'll notify you guys on the Instagram story, and then we'll discuss in detail what should Chelsea be doing. Differential captain Bamford knows the high for Sun. Not this week. I think Sun is fair enough. Regulion or Lamptey. Tough call because Regulion can equal threat. I mean, depends if you fancy Regulion to keep a clean sheet player. Double game week 19, I think. Ings or Werner for this week. If it's a free transfer, Ings. I think Ings is in form. I transferred Bellerin for Bednarik. Was that a good movie? I think yes. Bellerin is also injured or suspended. I think so. It's a fair good move. Mount long term. I won't keep him in my team. Who's coming in for the on the panel for the Chelsea match? I think it's one of our teammates as well, this week again. Podence was in form last week over Suchek. I would do that, especially now that we're doing a watch along. I would definitely do that. Do you recommend bench boost in game week 15? Not. I would recommend it in game week 19. Who to captain Bruno or Kevin De Bruyne? I have both. 50-50 Mohit. There's a chance that Bruno gets benched by the way. Ole has done it before. I don't think there's a need to bench him this week. Will Giroud start? I don't know. I think it's a more timey fixture, so I hope timey starts this week. Which Saint player should I remove? Walker Peters, McCarthy, James Ward-Prowse because I want Ings next. James Ward-Prowse, I think that's an easy switch. Or maybe okay, there's a chance that they could be rescheduled later on. We'll look at it. I haven't taken a look at it. What are the chances of De Bruyne won't start? I would say 75%. Taylor versus Aston or Target versus Burnley. Uh, Target versus Burnley. How about Mount versus WordPress? WordPress edges it definitely. Cresswell or Lamptey, 50-50. Lamptey if you want attacking returns. March or Neto this week? Uh, March, I think if he starts March. Walcott or James Ward-Prowse? Ward-Prowse. Both West Brom and Sheffield are terrible defensively, but which team is more likely to park the bus? West Brom is more likely to park the bus. Replacement for Zuma in the same money bracket. Uh, I think go for Reece James, go for Matip, Dyer, or I've said it again, uh, Ruben Diaz. When will Mitchell start? If there's an injury at Crystal, then will Mitchell start? Are you sure Bruno over Kevin De Bruyne? Yes, I think it's a fair captaincy option. Gross March for 1 week, but I would go with Gross because he's on penalties now. Vice captain DCL or Bamford or Vardy Vardy. Any United player except for Bruno, Rashford or Martial if he's fit. Mahrez, what should I do with him? Play him if you have him. Take a chance this week. If he starts, I fancy him to score definitely. If you ask me with City, there's 99% chance anybody can be benched. So I can't really predict the City lineup to accuracy. But I think that all the press conference with Pep, he wants to score more goals, and he's made a statement out there. So I think he should be putting a strong lineup tonight. Vice captain options: Son, Kane, Werner, Grealish. Put it on Kane. I think it's fair enough. Or Werner. Kevin De Bruyne is a Sterling captain. Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, double game week is on 19. I'll be posting it in detail. Don't worry, guys. No, it's after the New Year's. Whom should I choose from Vestergaard, Reese, Zuma, Chilwell, Cresswell, Konsa? Play Reese, Vestergaard, and maybe Cresswell. If you have Martinez, don't play Konsa. Will Kilman start? No idea, mate. Unfortunately, no idea. We one like away from 100, guys. If any of you haven't hit the like button till now, hit the like button and make it 100. And mention in the chat who made it 100. Okay, we made it 102 now. I have Grealish. I have a great bench in Game Week 15. Should I bench boost? I don't think we'll have a great bench on Game Week 19. So I think there are more teams playing in Game Week 19. So if you have a decent bench in Game Week 19, you can get more points. But if you fancy Game Week 15, then go according to your plan. No worries. Vardy, DCL, Wilson, any transfer suggestions? I would play the three and later on remove Vardy if you don't have Bruno or De Bruyne. Should I keep Kilman or replace? If you can replace to Taylor, I would do it on a free transfer, not for it. Ailing versus Target to start. If you have Martinez, Ailing or Target. Okay, so many people had not liked the stream. Guys, hit the like button. Can replace Mitchell to use bench boost. Yeah, we'll have to later on, but let's see. Free hit resets your team for 2 weeks, right? No, free hit resets your team to the previous week. Transfer Salah to De Bruyne for then definitely I should think you should captain him if you have transferred that. James or Chilwell, yes, not this week, maybe because there's a rotation. If you don't worry about rotation, yes, definitely take your funds out of Chilwell. I don't see him performing really very well. I think he will perform in patches. Like he performed one game in 15 points, and James could have had at 15 points game week last time. He had two poles hit, and then he had a good cross put in, which was not finished. So I think James is providing a very good value at his price. Between Bowman and James Ward-Prowse, who would be an easier opponent? That's a tough call. I think between the two, Arsenal would be an easier opponent for Southampton rather than Crystal Palace. McCarthy or Michael? Tough call. I would play Schmeichel maybe, but it's a 50-50 call. Will wildcard be available before double game week? Yes. Should I play McCarthy or Martinez? Martinez, Wilson or Bamford for this week? I would always fancy Bamford over Wilson. Arsenal will win, guys. Ayush is back with the Arsenal propaganda, and I hope Arsenal does win. I was about to switch to my team, Varun. Thanks, and I hope Arsenal wins. I want to win them to win for some reason. Cresswell to James, I have Zuma. Then Zuma to James. I wouldn't double up on the Chelsea defense right now. James Ward-Prowse is the guy if I had to pick one for this week between the two. Uh, yes, Jesus or Bruno, Captain Bruno. Is Lamptey still keep? I would avoid. There's no reason to remove him. On a free transfer, I would upgrade him to Dyer or downgrade to Taylor. Ings and Bamford or Salah or De Bruyne for captain, vice captain. Salah, De Bruyne. Wildcard game week 18 or start planning for a good bench. We'll discuss the good bench part, and there's a lot of time to it. But I think there's no need to wildcard because game week 18 will be a blank. Even I have a gut feeling for Arsenal this week. Yes, should I captain De Bruyne with the rotation risk? Yeah, if you are okay with the rotation, you should definitely go for it. Neto or Fornals? Fornals hasn't been good with Benrahma in the team. Neto. There's going to be a watch along for Wolves versus Chelsea. Can use free hit and bench boost same game week. No, you can't use two chips in the same game week. Okay, talking about my team, let's set my team. Martinez is the goalkeeper. James Robertson DS, that's a great defense. Grealish, Bruno Fernandes, De Bruyne, and Salah. I finally have the Holy Trinity in my team. Adams comes in, Bamford in my team, and Calvert-Lewin. I have Lamptey, Burke, and Mitchell on my bench. And captaincy is between De Bruyne and Bruno. What do you think should be my captain? I have a name in mind, but let's see what you guys say. No, Vicky, you can't use it in the same game week. Do you think I did the right thing getting Kane instead of Werner and Anguissa instead of Walcott? Uh, Not really if it's a hit, especially now that Kane has a fixture against Liverpool. Later on, yes, I think in the long term, Aditya, that's going to be a good move. Best replacement for Kane Dyer. No league lineups. Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno says a lot of people. Who should I keep as my first sub? Dallas or Anguissa? Dallas. Westergaard good option. Westergaard is a decent option. Kevin De Bruyne because I have only Kevin De Bruyne Salah of the Trinity. Uh, should I take a -4 for Inks for Warner? I won't take a -4. Do I play Suchek or WordPress? WordPress. Okay, so I'm going with Bruno as my vice captain. I'm going to captain Kevin De Bruyne. I think if Kevin De Bruyne plays out 60 to 70 minutes, he's going to destroy that West Brom team, definitely. Werner captain wouldn't go there. Don't take a -4. Can use free hit and bench boost as the same game. No, Vicky, I've answered it a couple of times. You cannot use it together. Triple captain Kevin De Bruyne, no. There's going to be rotation risk, so don't. There's going to be tough call triple captaining Bruno. I mean, hopefully it pays off, but it's going to be a tough call. Burke first sub and Lamptey second because three at the back. I wouldn't do that because I don't know if Burke will play. I know that Lamptey will play, so I would play him. Which captain is better, Bruno? We've talked about this the entire stream. Yes, there's no better captain. Go with the gut feeling. Are you doing a watch along for the City game? I don't know. We'll see if I am in a state or and if I don't have any work tomorrow, we can do the watch along. Let's see. But I'm doing a watch along for the Wolves game at the moment. Ings for Warner, not for hit Pranav. If it's a free transfer, yes. Is Mendy good defense? Yes, I think he'll play this week. Uh, you can find it on the pin comments. Probably put it in the chat, Discord. You can see it on the Discord group. Lamptey or Justin? Justin. I hope this is not the week where Lamptey scores what 15 points which he should have scored each game week, and we've all benched him because each game week he has a chance to score 15 points and he doesn't. Just I don't know. Kyle Walker Peter or Justin? Justin. Okay, 2 minutes to go. Make sure you have captain and vice captain very carefully, and also select your bench carefully. Will Arsenal keep a clean sheet this week? I don't think a clean sheet. Maybe they can bounce back or get a draw or win. Pulisic or Mahrez? Mahrez, maybe if you fancy the City fixture, or Pulisic as a safe pick. McCarthy, Justin James, Westergaard, De Bruyne, Bruno, Son, Grealish, Vardy, DCL, Wilson. My playing 11. No, there's no need to make any changes. It's a good playing 11. Just the double Southampton defense is tricky. Evans's result doesn't see as clean sheet potential decrease. I think both the teams do not have clean sheet potential when it comes to Lamptey and Justin. So I would play Justin because of the attacking return and his performance last week. If he doesn't play in the same role, then his attacking return and performance will also decrease. Double City for sure, Arvind. Okay, last minute, guys. Make sure you have set your vice captain and captain. Vestergaard to Dyer next game week. I would do that. I am also planning to get in Dyer in my team. So yes. Is it time to transfer out Warner? I have Candona, Salah, Bruno, Glaze, Bamford, and Wilson. Yes, maybe not this week because it's too late already, 20 seconds left. But next week, yes. Watkins is one of the best 6 million defenders you have in that price bracket. Now that he's on not on penalties, it does decrease the appeal, but he's still the better one. Kevin or Bruno, 50-50, maybe Kevin De Bruyne. So check out Watkins. Why no Kane or Vardy? I prefer these one as Irwin captain Bruno or Kevin De Bruyne, either one. Kevin De Bruyne, I think. Is FPL in FPL what is actually vice captain role? If your captain does not play, um, your vice captain gets the double points. Ayush, I don't know why you're not able to add the prediction league link. You can probably try it again, uh, or DM me on Instagram. Captain Kevin De Bruyne or vice captain Bruno. Varun, you should have taken that minus 16 hit. I don't know why you haven't. Maybe you can trust Rashford. Now that time is done, you should have trusted Rashford. Did the same move as you. Let's go. Yeah, definitely we love doing this. And a lot of people I couldn't reply on Instagram for sure. And sorry for that, but there's no other option. A lot of people send me DMs in the last 1 hour and expect me to answer them, but I can't unfortunately because we have the stream commitments, don't we? Okay, I've posted the prediction link, the 442 prediction link, if you guys can see it in the chat. Yes, we have a new record of 122 likes. Okay, I still can't see the link, the prediction. I'll put the prediction link in the description, don't worry. Just check the stats. KDB has only been benched and brought 2 3 times in the last 3 years. Yes. Okay, so we will be doing the watch along for Wolves versus Chelsea tonight. So it's going to be Portens versus my team. Let's see what happens. And we'll wrap up the stream here. This is FPL Tips signing off. Cheers.